All right, Marvel fans, hear me out. We got some amazing information that we need to talk about right now regarding Avengers DoomsDay, the fate of Loki, and how Wanda and Doom are going to team up, and it's going to create some havoc in the TVA. Let's get right into this video. So this rumor comes from Mutante y Orgulloso, and they are very, very reliable. Honestly, they've given me a ton of things that I've talked to about regarding Loki, regarding Agatha all along, or Coven of Chaos, and multiple other films, you know, Brave New World and other stuff, and they're pretty friggin' reliable, I gotta say that much. But anyways, we're gonna talk about exactly what they had to say. Pretty much, coming from somebody they know, same source that reached out to them about Loki and Agatha. Dr. Doom, aka Robert Downey Jr., goes to Wanda, offering her a chance at redemption. He states he needs her help to stop the multiverse from being destroyed. They then proceed to go for Loki's powers. Doom needs his throne to take complete control over the multiverse and save it entirely. As the film proceeds, Loki will start gaining a resistance to help him stop Doom from coming for him. Some characters will be with Loki and some will join Dr. Doom. It's a race to stop incursions and the destruction of the multiverse. Now, how do we know this is even possible, or how do we know this rumor is even likable or true, I guess you could say. Anyways, I don't know if you remember what Alex Perez says. Let's go over the news that what he stated. Here we go. Strange and Clea's subplot. Strange and Strayer get involved with Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom's subplot. Thinks he's the hero, new mask, same task, Robert Downey Jr. Hates and blames Kang and the TVA. Final part of the film. All roads lead to the TVA. Full-on variant multiversal war erupts inside the TVA. Loki's the MacGuffin. Sylvie is, as tragic as a Shakespeare play, implies that she unfortunately dies. And if you guys don't remember, I'll shrink it down a little bit for you guys so you can see it. This was stated on March 27th, 2025. Now, that's amazing because, like I just said, multiversal war going on inside the TVA. So Doom's going to be trying to force himself in there with the help of Strange, Clea, you know, Peter Parker, Wanda, and multiple other characters, while at the same time, Loki's going to be sitting there holding in the chair, getting all these variants to come with him. We've heard a long time ago from Alex Perez once again that Sylvie was going to be recruiting a multiversal Avengers team that's going to help her out, which I assume we could think would be the X-Men, the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, the Fantastic Four, well, the Avengers, the new Avengers, blah, blah, blah. And they're all going to be fighting each other, deciding who's right, who's wrong, and what's of the greater good. Do we save the multiverse in its all entirety? Because Doom is the only one who can actually save it, because he was the one who essentially was kicked off from Doom and separated from the timeline. He is the savior. Or do we need to let a lot of different universes die, and whatever ones are left over is the ones we live in, even though we know the rules of the incursions, and you can't be in a different universe for a long time. Hence why the X-Men universe is going against the Avengers universe, because Monica Rambeau is the anchor dragging it to the other universe, or the other Earth. And so with that being said, having all these characters fighting, having the final destruction of the TVA, you know, it's going to be a big battle, and it's so cool to think, you know, Wanda is now trying to get her redemption, but at the same time, people are going to try to stop her. At that point, is she going to struggle to fight back with them, or is she just going to start killing people because she knows at this point Dr. Doom is the only true way that they're going to be saved? And how are they going to, you know, make this justifiable? Is it going to be like some of the younger X-Men trying to fight some of the newer X-Men? Is it going to be like old Avengers versus new Avengers? We know that Doom's also going to have his Dark Avengers or whatnot, which is like Hydra, Cap, Maestro, all these other characters. And obviously, in the end, we know Doom is going to win, whether he kills Loki or doesn't kill Loki. We know Sylvie dies, and I'm also thinking Thor dies. And before you say, well, Thor 5 is going to come out, what? How? Thor's dead. Thor can still die. He can still be brought back to life. There could be a whole entire new universe being formed after this, because we know that Thor 5 is not going to come before, you know, Secret Wars. And with that being said, Thor dying would be a complete circle with him and Loki coming back together and Thor dying. That would be perfect, and it'd be the perfect way to set up, you know, just how they've done their whole thing, how Thor finally, you know, always cared for Loki, but Loki kind of like, and now Loki really cares and Thor dies in his arms. How crazy would that be? That'd be a 360 on the Infinity War film. like from the start. Insane. And obviously, like I said, if Wanda has to debate on, you know, what's good, what's wrong, blah, because this is the bigger stakes of the entire multiverse, makes more sense. And it also brings in the part where we're told that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to fight Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and he's going to be using the symbiote so they can win that battle. How amazing. And seeing different multiverses or different universes in the multiverse being destroyed and all this destruction, and then in the end a huge blast of white light, and it kind of could say, you know, Doctor Doom will return in Secret Wars. What a better way to end an amazing film and to get us into the medieval times looking of Secret Wars. Let me know what you guys thought. As always, my name is Bretta. Once again, take this as a rumor, but these people have been reliable in the past. And as always, if you guys could, just saying, if you guys would like to, I do have now my Council of Geeks. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a subs. So if you can go down below and you can sub to it, it's $1.99. Hey, it helps me out, gets me to make more content more often, because obviously we all got jobs, we all got to do what we got to do. But at the same time, it's just showing a little bit of thanks that you truly love the channel, love what I'm doing. You know, you can give me suggestions. It throws you into the X group chat. I'm going to do an Instagram one as well. And it just shows that you love the channel and support it. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.